of details that they have to work out, and it probably would be where you would have to pay that out of pocket.
Right. And I what I meant was I told you guys I felt like I was thinking this morning that with the news of these 15 positives that the messaging was going to kind of be, it's still not enough to roll us back, you know.
Yeah.
So.
And there's also a hospitalization over at the Guam Memorial Hospital.
Right. And we have Lillian Posadas from the Guam Memorial Hospital coming on in the 8 o'clock hour, so we'll definitely ask her about that. 7:29. Let's keep it going with the phones here. There was an advisory that was issued by Joint Region Marianas, and this advisory basically barred Coast Guard, Navy, and Marine personnel stationed on board Guam from dining in restaurants and going out to bars. That was supposed to go until the 25th. However, it was extended until July 1st. And then we saw yesterday a similar order come out from the Guam National Guard. And that order has since been modified just a little bit. But we wanted to bring Mark Scott from the Guard. He's the new PIO on to kind of talk about that. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Chris. Happy
Good
Friday.
morning.
PAO, Public Affairs Officer.
Public Affairs Officer, right. Okay, got it.
So many acronyms I know in the military.
Too many. So we'll just give you the floor. Go ahead and explain, because we got a lot of Guard listeners. So what do they need to know about this latest order?
Yeah, so the main thing here, the commander's intent, our TAG's intent, really is to protect the health and safety of our community and our forces. And you guys know that if we're tasked with helping keep the island safe, we can't do that, right, unless we keep ourselves safe. We're being depended on, right, to help out in these QFACs and to help out at the PUA sites and food distro sites and all the different things we're doing. We can't support that unless we keep ourselves healthy. Right? As soon as we start getting sick, then we can't perform. So that's the intent behind this memorandum. And as you guys can see it, I sent it to you this morning. It's nothing more than what you just said. It's a prohibition for all of our full-time support staff, our uniformed folks, from entering establishments, sit-down restaurants, and bars, just to keep us in the fight and to ensure that we can continue our mission.
Mm-hmm. And this is just basically following in line with what the military is doing. I mean, well, you guys are the military, but with what Joint Region Marianas put out earlier this week.
Well, we all have our guidance from DOD, and in our memorandum, you can see there it says there's a DOD instruction 6200.
There,
off the top of my head, point 3, I believe. And there's also Governor of Guam executive order that we're all nesting under, right? So this isn't just guidance that we're kind of making up as we go. We're aligned with the governor on our one side, and then we're aligned with DOD on the other side, which is our two bosses, right? So, yes, it's similar to what you'll see at JRM, right? Because we're kind of on the same page as far as keeping ourselves safe so that we can continue to serve.
And I also saw that you guys are conducting a little bit of some cleanup this morning. Mark, what can you tell us about that?
Yeah, we're out there this morning. So as we start to consider opening up the island back up again, we want to make sure everything is presentable and clean. The conditions are as clean and sanitary as possible. So if there's an opportunity to help, we're out there. Picking up trash this morning at Paseo. Down at Two Lovers Point, we had about 120-some folks out there with bags, raking up leaves, and just getting our island back to the state of readiness that it needs to be.
Yeah, because of all the things that the Guard is doing these days, what about testing of Guards members? Is that
we did that.
Okay.
Yeah, we did that. We had the test come in from the Diagnostic Laboratory Services folks under the umbrella of Public Health. We came in and we tested all of our Joint Task Force, and this was over the last week, I want to say. So we all tested negative, which is good news. And yes, Sabrina, that was done.
Okay. How many are we talking? How many people?
Our Joint Task Force right now has, let's see, we have about 250 or so total on the operation, and approximately 100. But you know what, Sabrina, let me get a better number back to you later.
That's
let me just get that.
Is that mandatory testing, or you can say you don't want to do the testing?
We didn't have anyone say they didn't want the test. So the test kits come up, And it's the kind of thing that we all voluntarily want to know, right? We don't want to be performing our duties and we're infected, right? So even though it wasn't a mandate, we didn't have anyone that did not choose to take the test for our own sake and for the community's sake.
Okay. Is there anything else you wanted to get out that the Guard has been doing?
Nothing new. So we still have all the different operations and task forces out there. I'm sure the folks have seen us, whether it's at the mayor's office for the public testing or the food handout, helping out with traffic, or at the QFAX. One new mission that we do have is helping out with the contact tracing that we just talked about with your last caller there. We are sending some folks to help out with that effort.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we are still busy. We got things going on, but on behalf of the TAG and the governor, the only thing I'd like to say is thank you. Thank you to the people of Guam for your continued support, and thank you to you guys for calls like this and helping get out our message. We appreciate you all.
All right, Mark.
All right. Thanks, Mark.
All right, thanks, guys, too.
Wash
Stay
your
safe.
hands.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Okay, bye. Oh, there you go. Hey, let's take a quick break at 7:34. The KUAM News Takeover, Guam's favorite, and containing COVID is back next. Good morning.
Summer is here.
Keeping you
With
informed,
Settlers-
KUAM News brings you Banking 671, brought to you by the Bank of Guam, the People's Bank, and Coast 360 Federal Credit Union. Together, we thrive.
KUAM News COVID-19 Takeover